Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eireen, and this of course is the Enchanted Planner. It is August flip through time. So how's it going out there in planner land? Okay, so this is my classic catch-all. This houses my health planner, my catch-all like daily, and my horizontal planner, which I use as a journal. So I'm just going to move my stack out of the way and we shall get started. So I'm in the process of creating a new bunch of things for my planner, so I'll give you guys a show on that when I have them all done, because it will be time to change these out for autumn pretty soon. So we start off with, I'll tell you guys, the clear tab dividers, the top and the side, came from Cloth and Paper. I will leave links for them in the description. And the clear frosted covers came from Live Love Posh, and the same. I'll leave you guys a link in the description. They're not affiliate links. No affiliation whatsoever. I just really love the look of them. So we started with my one little word page for this year, which is coming along. It's not, but it's coming along. We're just going to go with that. Then we have my 22 and 22, which is also somewhat coming along. Although looking at some of this stuff, I'm like, I gotta get my button gear. And then we have my most recent page for my goals, which kind of went, it's been a really big struggle this year with my health goals. I'm trying to shake off the funk, but the struggle is real, man. Okay. Actually, in goals in general, because this was my Q2 goals, and although these pages are beautiful, we don't really have a large amount of things that I can go, yes, I accomplished that. And then of course this is just something I created in Canva for the first quarter. Then we are into what is my health section. I'll just skip past all this garbage because I don't use it. This is my self-care page for 2022, and what I had been doing while I built the habits was giving myself a point system every day. So I got a point for each one of these things I did, and I wanted to stay at 6 to 8 points a day on average, and that was pretty good. So this worked really well. I love creating these little sheets. I think they're a great accompaniment to my health and wellness planner. Then we are moving into what is my overall health goals. And this one, not so much. These two, not too bad. Then we're moving into my vision board for my health for this year, which most of this, I either grabbed interest or grabbed images off of Pinterest, and then just created all these things in Canva and printed them out. And then we are moving into my measurements and milestones page, which I have to redo this section, but I have done sort of an updated version. So I have my stats, because I would still like to drop 20 pounds, but I'm not so much worried about the weight as I am a change in body composition, because right now I'm like fairly fluffy. Like I don't have a ton of muscle tone and definition, and I would love to change my body composition, which is mainly my focus between now and the end of the year. Not so much the weight on the scale. I'm not really a big supporter of scales. They are not really a true indicator of what your health is. What is a good indicator of health is your hip to waist ratio. That is a bit different. And mine, as you see from here, I sat in at 0.8, which is still within a healthy range, but it's at the higher end of a healthy range. So I would love to lose the meno midsection. Y'all know what I'm talking about out there, because seems that's where everything wants to go once your hormones decide to vamoose for menopause. Then we have my most recent recipe page, because I don't have any else or anywhere else to place it right now, so it's just sort of living in here until I figure out a planner for recipes. Then we're moving into my August monthly. Now my intention was, by decorating this, that it would probably bring me a little bit more focused onto it, and it did. It worked. So I will be decorating my monthlies in this planner going forward. Where I did sort of fall off the wagon is I have had a terrible time with migraines and pain this month. And in an effort to not irritate and make things worse, I've kind of had to back out. I think I started out a little bit too gung-ho. So I kind of did myself in a little bit, and I should know better as a health coach and a trainer, but I'm still human. Okay, so here's my first week, and these were geckos. I made these in Canva. As you guys know, I use Canva a lot, and I'll leave a link for Canva in the description. Canva has two versions. They have a free version, which gives you a lot to work with. They also have a paid version, which is, I think, like it's $12 or $15 a month. Now, I have the paid version because, one, I use it for business quite a bit. But even if I didn't have it for business, I would still be inclined to use it because of the amount of things I can make sticker wise for my planner. And it's less than it's like far less than the cost of a sticker book each month. So to me, it's kind of worth it to actually have the monthly subscription. And it really, the monthly subscription gives you some access to some images that otherwise in the free version you would have to pay for. So, but like I said, the free version is quite suffice. It works really, really well. And this week I loved these stickers. Came out of Fun Florals, but I didn't have enough of them, and I wanted them on clear as opposed to no, that's what it was. I didn't have enough of them, so I photocopied them. I cheated. I put the blossoms onto wax paper, and then I photocopied the wax paper onto paper, and then I sort of merged them onto more paper, and eventually managed to get myself enough blossoms to make it work, because I had used these before and I didn't really have a ton of them left. And you always end up with that. There's this is why some things I always try and use all of them in a spread, because leaving one or two stickers, what are you supposed to do with that? In cases like this, I improvised. I photocopied them. And I loved this spread. These are Mambi sticks, the Rung Mambi sticks. Apparently I forgot to completely fill out that day. Going back in my brain, I have no idea what that day was like, so no clue. Just realized now looking at this that I forgot to fill out the rest of this week's stuff, which I will do once I finish this filming of the flip through. But let us grab this page and get it away from that so you don't have the glare. And these watercolor florals came out of the Today is the Day book, otherwise known as the 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a very old sticker book. But it has some great elements in it, and these guys were calling my name. Okay, so let's pull these guys off of the discs, although I've got to leave the monthly in here because we're not done yet. It's only Monday today. So you're going to stay. This is when we have months like this, it gets a little bit of a pain in the butt. Okay, so this is the last month in this old planner because I did buy a new teacher planner. And had I gotten it early enough, I probably should have started it in August, but I didn't get it early enough, so we just started the new one in September. So that takes care of the monthly that planner. But what we do need to do is pull out my month of September in my holding planner. And this planner is what holds the months before I can switch them over into the current planners, because as a content creator, I'm always planning ahead, especially when I'm actually creating content for YouTube. So they've got to kind of live someplace because these are, as you see, pretty thick and chunky by the time all is said and done. Okay, so we're just going to move my marker to Today's Health. And yes, I have to go in and fix the dates on these, as you guys so kindly pointed out. I think what it was is I grabbed the September sticker and I was just focusing on the fact that it was the last day of the month, which is why I went to the 30th instead of the 31st. So I've got to adjust the dates, but I will do that. Okay, next we are into my catch-all planner. Okay, now, I got to finish filling that guy in. And this would be the monthly in my catch-all planner. I love these leaves. Didn't think I was going to love them as much as I do, but I absolutely love them. And of course, this monthly is going to have to stay in here for a couple of days too, because the month is not finished yet, but the planner month is finished. This spread, this was for Creative Karma Designs and myself. We run a planner challenge every month, and the theme for this August was mirror image. And I had a lot of fun creating this spread, but you guys loved this spread. This was one of the most popular videos in the month of August, which shocked me because I thought, well, it's pretty plain and it's pretty, monotonous because pretty much everything is the same without being exactly the same. But you guys loved this spread. So I was very, very happy about that and very, very pleasantly surprised. Okay, and then we've got the next week, which I used Bookish, and this was a fun spread. Bookish is a book that surprised me. I bought it because it was the first year I was planning and I bought everything. And this was before I kind of knew my planning style. And I hadn't really used it. And I started pulling it out and using it and realized I actually really liked this book. So I ended up picking up a second copy when Happy Planner had them on sale because I'm like, oh, I do love this book. I also have the Books Are Magic, which is like more of a teacher version. So I will be pulling out the teacher related pages and donating them to a friend who's a teacher. But for the most part, I love these books. Okay, I'm going to slip this back in here so it doesn't get forgotten. And then the next week is using Live, Love, Posh. And from the moment I got the Hello Summer book, I loved these tropical blossoms with the parrots. I had used them once already in my dashboard planner, but I hadn't used them in my vertical. So this was, again, another one of my favorite spreads, and you guys really, really like this one as well. And then we have the week that we're just finishing up, which was my wall decals I picked up at Dollar Tree, which is Raya and the Lost Dragon. And I love this spread. It was a busy week too, as you can see. Like there was quite a bit going on, especially yesterday. We had like we did tons of stuff yesterday, but it's good. I like it when, you know, things are productive. Okay, so I'm going to leave my monthly in for right now, and I leave the currently in these because I like them to stay with the September monthly. But we are going to put this back into its home, which is way back here. Oh, I forgot one. Hold on, I forgot the currently page from the last month, which is right here, which means I gotta finish filling it out too, but that's all right. Let's pull this guy over here. I have too many planners on my desk. How many times can you say that in a day? Probably lots. In my case, lots. Okay, so let's slip those guys back on, and then they are good to go, and that planner can go off to the side. Then we're going to go back to my holding planner, and we're going to grab my month of September for my vertical. And then we're going to put my marker in here, and then I've got to fill in my planners for the day because I haven't gotten that far. Okay, and the last planner in this planner in this planner is my horizontal, and I've been I tried decorating the monthly in this last month, and I really liked it. It's clean, it's simple, and it's cute. But once I decorated the monthly in my house spread, this was the only one that didn't get decorated, and I felt like it's getting left out. I gotta decorate it. So going forth, I think I'm just gonna decorate my monthlies. I may not film them all because it makes for a lot more content than I have days in the month, but it was enjoyable just to quickly throw these on here. And I love these florals from that book too. They're just so pretty. All right, first week in August. That's my notes for my daughter's birthday. These came out of Happy Blooms. Yes, Happy Blooms, the newer Happy Blooms, the one that came out within the last year. But I love these. They were so bright, so sunshiny. Went very heavy on bright colors through the month of August because I think, you know, I was all in the summer mood now that our summer finally arrived. And then this is my cat spread. These are washi tape stickers from the Washi Tape shop. And I will leave you guys a link down below. They're super cute. There's like, I don't know, 2 rolls, I think, in this set. They both have different cats on them, but they're so fun. So fun. And then the next week, this was a unique one. Like I ended up really liking it at the end, but once it's now after the pen, I really like it. And I didn't think I was going to, because I don't generally like this like borders around my florals or borders around my stickers, but it worked really, really well in this particular application. And then we are going to look at the week we just finished, which is this one. And this was Fresh Botanicals. And this is a book I hadn't really used all that much. So it was nice to pull out some of these books that, you know, they're not brand new, but they're still fairly new and they haven't really had much love. All right, so we're going to pull off. Again, I have to leave the monthly on because we're not quite finished there. And we're going to put this back into its home. This is a little trickier to do when you're on top of a planner already, but we're going to make it work. There we go. And that one can go off to the side. And then we're going to pull August out of its holding planner. And then the holding planner can go away for another month, well, a couple of weeks. And we'll slip this in. And see, I decorated the monthly in this one too. Nice, simple, nothing fancy. And then this spread's going to be fun this week. I am looking forward to it. Okay, so that's this planner, the main sections. Then we go into sort of my inserts. This was a reading tracker I made, which I have now effectively almost filled, and I have to do something to continue because it's only September and I'm out of things, so I have to figure that part out. But I liked this idea this year, making this and then having like a flip out for the books, the book titles and the authors, and I like it. I think I'll redo it. I just have to figure out how I'm going to continue on my merry way now that I don't have any more books. We'll see. Then we have my spring bucket list, which not much of it got done. I did get spring cleaning done, but we had such a wet spring, there wasn't much to do outside per se. And I opted not to make a spring bucket list. What I ended up doing was making a summer memories section, which I have to print out all the pictures for and put them into, but I'll show that to you in a second. This is my spring cleaning, my little stick girls. I love stick girls. And then here is my tarot journal. So we got January. You guys have seen most of these. February. We got March. I love these florals. April. May. June. July. And now August, which I've got to finish filling out, but we're almost at the end of the month. Then we have my lunar phases for this year, which I made. This was fun to do. I had fun with this. It took me a while to get it done, but it was fun. Then we have my summer projects page, which none of this got done because our weather was so crappy until quite late in the season. So I think this is just going to become the bedroom one. Didn't get done because we just didn't have time. I wanted to really get the outdoor garden done, but I think I'm going to carry this into fall, and then that's going to have to wait till next year. Sadly, as sad as that is. And then this is my summer memory section. So I made this sort of summer date nights thing, which we haven't really accomplished a ton on, but I do have pictures from like events with my, you know, people we've seen, social stuff over the summer that I want to put in here and have a little bit of memory keeping for this summer. And then this is just random stuff in the back, like nothing exciting back here at all. Okay, so that concludes my catch-all planner. Now we're going to take a look at my dashboard. And my dashboard planner, both months are living in here. Actually, I think I put November in here too. No, just September and October. Because I needed to plan a bit ahead. So we've got, again, the dividers. And then a dashboard that I made in Canva. And then this comes from one of the planners I use. A separate planner. There's too many planners, I tell you. And then this is just a random bunch of paper. And then we have my currently page for August and my monthly. That's supposed to be in there. This guy is really chunky right now, like super chunky. But yeah, so this is my August monthly, and I can't quite wrap it up yet because I still have 2 days in the month after today. But this is the first week, and this was using the newest Mist Maker. And this was in celebration of National Planner Day. Then we have this one, which I made these palm trees. Again, I made them in Canva and printed them out and just cut them out. And then these elements came out of Color Story 4, the one with the blue cover. I know that's real descriptive, right? But I love this spread. Really like this spread, but the blues and the black to me is just nice. And then we have this week, which these were Live Love Posh florals. I honestly swear I'm leaning more towards the small shop sticker books because I know in them I'm going to use the majority of stuff. So yeah, share your thoughts with me down in the comments on that. What you think about that? Because I mean, I like the Happy Planner sticker books, but there's, you know, still a lot of stuff in there I don't really use. So I mean, it's not like I'm going to stop buying them, but I really, really love the small shop sticker books because I know I'm going to use them all, especially if they're florals or boxes. And then this is this past week we just had. And again, there was an issue. There's no plan with me for this video because sadly my camera needed to be reformatted, or sorry, my phone needed to be reformatted and I lost the footage. Unfortunately, it was not recoverable. But I did a mini dashboard sort of to match instead, which turned out cute. And then there's my September currently page. So we are going to pull out part like we did with the others and then leave part in because I still need to work my way through on that. But we will put it back in its home, which is back here. Oop, I forgot to grab the currently page. Hang on while I grab it. Oh, got too many things on the go. Oh, I can't do that yet because I haven't filled it out yet. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Can't pull it out yet because I have to fill out the rest of it. It's not the end of the month. Crazy, right? All right, you guys, that's a wrap. That is my flip through of all of my planners for the month of August. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing while you're here. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time.